Hello everyone, welcome to Pushpa's English classes. So this is the continuation of the chapter Madam Rides the Bus. In my first video on the same chapter, I've discussed how Wali was annoyed by the elderly lady. So this is continuation from there. So I would request the students do check my first video on this chapter Madam Rides the Bus. So let's get started. So in this part of the chapter, we see that how Wali was annoyed by this elderly lady, and he replies to her by saying that yes, I'm traveling alone and I have a ticket too. Evidently, we see that the bus conductor, he spares no chance to tease Wali and have a good laugh. Wali also laughs with him, and but in the meanwhile, the old lady continues to interrupt Wali by putting her abrupt questions out of concern. The old person, she was bothered about Wali's security, that if she could reach her destination safely all by herself. To this, Wali tells her, "You need not bother about me. I can take care of myself," Wali said, turning her face towards the window and staring out. So Wali tells her that, she can travel alone. She need not bother about her. And she starts looking outside the window to avoid further conversation with the elderly person. So the last part of the text, we see how Wali puts, a lot of effort in planning and saving for the first ever bus journey. It was a dream ride for her. She resisted every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, you know, and even the merry-go-round at the village fair. After so many efforts, she could finally save 60 paise. So you get a question in the exams, how did she manage to save 60 paise for the bus journey? So you have to write all this. You cannot skip this important information like how she resisted temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like. And she also resisted, to go merry-go-round at the village fair. So after she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. Now there was another challenge for her. She managed to accumulate money, but how to slip out of the house was another challenge or was another hurdle. But she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4. So Wali always used these hours for her excursions. So she found a solution to this problem as well. So every day after lunch, her mother used to take a short siesta, okay, a short nap for from about 1 to 4 hour. So she thought that she would do this in her particular time when her mother, goes for a nap, and she stood looking from the doorway of the house. So the bus, it reaches an area which did not have trees. So I read out from the text. The bus rolled on now, cutting across a bare landscape without trees. Now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an old wayside shop. A tiny hamlet means a place with small settlement. So, it was a barren land with few shrubs here and there. So the bus crosses a small settlement and a shop by the road, you know and the bus was going with high speed. Wali thought that it would, swallow the vehicles coming. But it passed safely, crossing all hurdles. So when the bus was moving, it seemed as if, trees were rushing towards the bus, and it would stop as soon as the bus reached them. As the bus crossed them, it appeared as if the trees were running away from the bus. And suddenly, Wali clapped her hands with glee. Glee means happiness and joy. Wali was filled with happiness and joy because a cow came running in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed down to give her way and honted repeatedly. So I read it from the text. Suddenly Wali clapped her hands with glee. A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed its speed, as I already told you, and the driver sounded the horn repeatedly, again and again. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became. So with the frequent honking by the driver, the animal became more frightened, and the faster it galloped. So it galloped faster, always right in front of the bus. Wali finds this cow incident very funny, and she laughs, and she laughs so much that she has tears in her eyes. So I read from the text, she laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Okay. So at this point we see the conductor leaves no chance to tease her by saying that it is enough for the day and she could save some laughter for the next day. So we also see that somehow the cow went off the road on its own, and the bus stopped at a level crossing from where the train was visible as a tiny dot. As the train came nearer, it grew larger. The train passed with such a huge roar thus shaking the entire road and the bus along with it. The bus started moving, and it reached a narrow street. Then it took a turn and then a wider road. There were bright lit shops on the road that displayed different things for sale, and Valli was attracted towards all the lights and decorations. She glanced at each and everything. So I read the line from the text. Struck dumb with wonder, Valli gaped at everything. So then now we see that the bus finally arrives at the destination, and everyone except Valli devoted the bus. So the conductor informed her that this was the last stop, and then she takes out another 30 paisa from her pocket to buy a ticket back to village. And she expresses this to the conductor by saying that she just intended to take a bus ride, and upon being asked by the conductor if she would like to wander nearby, she tells him that she is afraid to do so. Again she tells him that she is not afraid to take the bus ride, because there's nothing to be afraid to do that. Okay, so I read it from the text. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus." "Nothing to be afraid about that," she answered. "Well then, why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink?" Nothing to be afraid. Okay, then here we say, "Oh no, I could not do that." "Well then, let me bring you a cold drink." So to this he says that if you're not afraid, why don't you go and get a drink for yourself, cold drink? So she says, "No, I don't want it." So she says, "Okay." Then the conductor says, "Okay, let me get you a cold drink." Here we see, the conductor asked Valli if she used to have a drink at the nearby stall, or if he could get her a drink. But she says no, she's afraid to go out of the bus. But Valli, tells the conductor that she doesn't have enough money to buy a cold drink. Then the, conductor insists on being this as a treat, but Valli denies. And then both of them start waiting for a new set of passengers to board. This time too, there weren't many passengers. So again, the conductor is concerned about Valli, and he tells her, if her mother will be looking for her, as she was all alone. To this, Valli instantly replies by saying that no one was waiting for her. So we see here, the bus again starts, and then she starts enjoying the same sights, right? The return journey began, and Valli was just as excited as the first time. She was looking at everything enthusiastically when she suddenly notices a cow lying dead by the roadside. It must have been hit by a fast moving vehicle. Valli, she confirms with the conductor whether it was the same cow they had seen earlier. Her mood experiences a change, and she becomes very sad. She wonders how a lovable creature suddenly transformed into a lifeless one. So I would like to read out important lines from the text. So this part of the text is very important, where it says the conductor nodded, and she was overcome with sadness. She confirmed with the conductor whether it was the same cow which they have seen earlier. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature was just a while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life, and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, right? A fixed stare in his lifeless eyes, blood all over. The bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out of the window. Now the same girl who was so excited, because of the sight of the dead cow, made her so sad that she did not want to look out of the window. All her enthusiasm was dampened by the sight of the dead cow. She sat thus glued to her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. So we see here that the bus finally reaches the village at 3:40. So we have seen that how the sight of the dead cow dampens Valli's spirit, and she stops looking out of the window. She sat silently on her seat until she reached home at around 3:40. So while she was deboarding the bus, she conveyed her intention of seeing the conductor again, to which the conductor replied in a very sarcastic manner, and he told her not to forget her fare the next time she intended to travel. And Valli went home. So Valli finds her mother awake from her afternoon nap, and her mother was talking to one of her aunts who used to live in the south street. The aunt was very garrulous, and that was the reason Valli used to call her a real chatterbox. It was very difficult to make her aunt stop talking. So now the aunt poses a question to Valli, and she doesn't give her enough time to reply, and again the aunt resumes talking. Valli is also very clever. She takes benefit of the moment, and and she avoids any conversation regarding where she had been. So we see mother and aunt were conversing, and her mother was talking about the endless possibilities the world was unaware about, and even if one knew, it was another thing to understand it. Knowing is one thing, understanding it another thing. So Worldly affirmed to whatever her mother was saying, leaving both the mother and the aunt astonished. She then justifies her reaction by telling her mother that she was casually just nodding yes or agreeing to whatever her mother was saying. And then her aunt is saying her or seen referring her as a person who pokes her nose into their conversation and behaves like a grown lady. I would quote from the book. Her aunt says, "Just a chit of a girl she is," said her aunt, "and yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversations, just as though she were a grown lady." Valli smiled to herself, but then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? So was there any chance of them knowing that she has come from a bus journey? So this is how the text ends. So basically, the whole text is about a 8 years girl's bus journey, into the world outside her village. And this is also her induction or her entry into a mystery of life and death. She learns, you know, the gap between knowing something and understanding it. So we can see that Vali sees the gap between her knowing that there is death and her understanding of it. And what helps her to do so? The sight of the dead cow. The cow who was alive, very much energetic the first time she saw the cow, and the same cow who becomes lifeless the second time makes her understand about life and death. So we can say that this is her induction into the mystery of life and death. So I hope you have understood the chapter. So if you like this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.